Welcome to Igniting Change, the podcast where we explore innovation, industry trends, and how tech for good is solving the world's biggest challenges. Let's get into it. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, the Kev and Tom double act, here to bring you some delightful insights into our techie brains.
We're back, we're here, we're ready.
Yes.
But we should probably reintroduce ourselves for any new listeners.
Absolutely. Tom, would you like to go first?
I'll kick things off. For our one new listener out there, lovely to see you. It's Tom Uden here, Bed Team Lead at Three-Sided Cube. We do APIs, we do databases, we do servers, we do the unsexy but essential parts of mobile and web applications. Kevy B, over to you.
Excellent, thank you, Tom. So yes, yin to the yang, I am the Fed or web team lead at Three-Sided Cube. So Tom said the not sexy parts, we are doing the sexy parts, we're doing the bits that look good, all the UI stuff, bringing that little extra bit of front-end magic to your screens. And yeah, very excited to be back in the new season of the podcast. And if you are new, welcome. Go check out our previous episodes as well if you are new. I especially enjoyed our episode on mistakes that we made in the past. Since then, we have not made any mistakes. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah, we kept our jobs. Miracle, we're still employed. Hooray!
Sure
those episodes are both hip and cool, so check them out.
Give them a good go. But Tom, did you know our last season was award-winning?
Well, I do know because I hang out at the Cube office quite a lot, even at weekends, just like to stand by our awards and polish them. And we've won, am I right saying we're multiple award-winning podcasters now?
Multi-award-winning podcasters.
Yeah. I knew it was going to take off for us. This was on the cards for us, Kev, big-time podcast players.
Yeah, we've hit it large, but we have to keep the ball rolling. How are we going to make this podcast season award-winning? What are we going to chat about? You got any ideas?
I think we should jump on the bandwagon and do some AI stuff like everyone else is doing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm well up for some AI. I've been using Copilot now for a bit.
As in GitHub Copilot, the code assistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That's the one. I've been using it in my workflow for a while now. I've been just a little bit experimenting with Cursor as well, which is a code editor.
Okay, tell me about that. I'm some of it dubious sometimes about.
It's fully integrated to like your AI workflow into your code editing, so you can kind of be like, hey, analyze my code base and give me a bit of code that does X, Y, and Z, and then it pumps out a load of code for you, and you supposedly can just paste it in. Mixed results. I feel like you are a little bit dubious though, Tom. What's your...
I've got mild AI beef. It could be, maybe, I mean, there's a lot of AI floating around. I'm over AI hyped, maybe, but I would say my experience there, I've been a bit of a mixed bag. So maybe I'm a bit jaded and cynical that the AI doesn't always deliver on what it promises. Having said that, it has delivered brilliantly sometimes for me. So maybe I'm an AI agnostic. Is that a good term?
Yeah, I like that. Open to opening your mind to AI. You're open to that concept, which is good.
I'm open AI, no pun intended.
Yeah, I've got a challenge for you, I reckon, to kind of explore your AI horizons a little bit. Am I right that you like cats as well?
Who doesn't love cats, Kevin?
Who doesn't love cats? And more importantly, the internet loves cats.
Yeah.
Which means this will make the podcast award-winning if we mix in some cats with some AI, keeping it on trend. So yeah, okay. I've got a challenge for you, Tom. I want you to mix AI and cats, and I want you to build a cat, kind of like persona maker, avatar builder, using AI tools. So
okay, like the little Flash games from back in the day where you'd like select a different expression, select a different haircut, select a little...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know you're just a back-end developer, so don't worry about making it look too pretty. I can always come in and sprinkle some Fed magic on it if we need. But
okay.
So yeah, give that a go. Use AI for like as much as you possibly can, and then we'll document the process. And we'll talk about it after. Like, think about image generation, think about code generation, think about fixing bugs, that kind of thing.
Okay, this sounds interesting. What's the rule? So I've got to make some sort of avatar AI generator thing, and
Yes,
it's got to be majority written by AI coding tools.
correct. And you have to do it in a day's work.
I got, okay, one working day. What's that, like 6 hours?
About 6 hours, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. So I've got to build an AI cat maker, and I guess this is perfect for me to use AI tools for the image generation as well, right? Like whatever ChatGPT now does for image gen, I can do that too. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
This sounds crazy, but let's do it.
I can see you look a little bit shocked, but I reckon you're going to enjoy the process, and I will do my best to document it and pest you along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just come at the good bits though. Make me look really good on camera. If you make me look like George Clooney, I think that's the real win here.
we got it, man. We got it. We can always try and do some AI post as well, and just
Yeah.
deep fake George Clooney's face onto your face.
Well, you're a bit Brad Pitt-esque, so I'll be Clooney. We can do Ocean's 14, Cat AI.
I love it. I love it. Okay, right. And as if by magic, we'll now cut to the first point of me interrupting your day. You join us fresh faced on a brand new day. Thomas is about to start his AI journey. I'm going to see if I can find him now. Where is he? Oh, here he is. I found him. What up, Tom? I found him.
Good morning,
hanging out in
Internet.
our part of our brand new office. He is ready to start his AI journey. How are you feeling, Tom?
Excited.
You feeling?
AI excellent. A cup of tea.
He's got his cup of tea, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
He's going to turn cup of tea into code
Cup of
using
tea.
AI.
Yeah. We can do this. It's so I've got cursor installed.
Your cursor installed, cursor AI?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to lean on that. Also, we're going to be doing some ChatGPT. We're going to be looking at Adobe Firefly. That's one I found last night. Pretty cool. AI image generation stuff. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And we are going to be doing the first half an hour of the project setup. So repo sorted, some basic scaffolding of files, and then I guess I'm going to need to get my crayons out and draw a rough UI and try and get AI to build that for me. So it's all kicking off and going crazy, but feeling positive to check in number one.
Check in number one and the kickoff. Right, okay, so I'm going to roughly check in every hour with you. I'm going to come
Sounds
interrupt you and see how you get going.
Alright, sounds good to me, man.
Right, I'll count you in. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, let's check in number 2 on see how Mr. Thomas is doing.
Yeah, all good. It turns out I'm not very good at using AI. We've got the project scaffolded. Cursor's pretty cool, but we are now doing the image generation for all the various cat parts, and it's quite a lot harder getting AI to generate images than it is to get AI to generate text. Some of the nightmare fuel that's come out of these images is not quite what we're looking for. This particular brand of horror show. But I'm using Adobe Firefly, which is really cool. I think the problem might be the prompt writer. So I've got some arm wrestling to do with Firefly, but I've had a genius idea, which I'm going to get ChatGPT to write the prompts to then get Firefly to do what I want. So maybe I can prompt engineer a prompt for more prompts. So have we got anything I can demo? Oh, I also got bloody, what's it called? Cursor to spit out a very primitive website, and ChatGPT came up with the name Persona Maker with the double R for Furry.
I love it. And is that Comic Sans?
It is Comic Sans.
Oh.
ChatGPT approved.
It's the best font. I love it.
So brace yourself for checking number 3.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tom. Righto. I'm on the hunt for a Tom. Is he in this one? No. He's not in this one. There he is. Doing his AI.
Come in.
Hello.
It's the AI den.
It's the AI boudoir. Looks very comfy in here.
Panicking on the inside. So check in number 3.
Check in number 3. How's it going?
So I've used Adobe Firefly to do all the images now, which is really cool. Then found another free Adobe AI background remover, which is really cool to make them all transparent-ish.
Nice.
Using Cursor to try and do stuff. It's kind of good. It's a bit iffy, but it's
Yeah.
making progress. And ChatGPT filling in the blanks where everything else fails. So we've now got a rudimentary.
Hey.
Check out that. And if you mash the awfully styled randomize button,
I love it.
you get a different catch time. Whee! Next up is some background stuff, and I'm going to try and do the face bit next, and then figure out how to download it so people can save it and style it, obviously. And sounds like quite a lot of work to do in only 3 hours remaining.
But you've come quite a fair chunk in only 3 hours so far.
Yeah, I mean it's working.
That's pretty good.
It's all right. It's just a bit. Everything's a little bit dicey, baby.
Yeah,
There's a bit
that's
of
right.
AI slop going on.
A little bit of polish needed. That's all.
Big time, big time. But yeah,
Nice.
feeling confident. And I'll see you for number 4.
Number 4. Thank you very much, Miss Thomas. Checking number 4 time. How you doing?
I feel stressed.
Stress. Why is it stress?
It's not all it's been hyped up to be. Having said that, I've got some of the background stuff working.
Yeah.
And I've got yarn, mice, and fishbone flavoured backgrounds, which is pretty cool. Cat themed. Starting working on webcam stuff, so it's entirely working. Cursor doesn't know what it's doing for webcam stuff, it's just making things up. ChatGPT recommends a good library but didn't know how the fuck to use it, and it's all slowly crumbling. But I'm hoping I can rein it in with some good old-fashioned developer elbow grease.
Can we have a sneak peek on how it's going?
Can I come round?
Right.
So here we go. Some UI stuff going on here. Let's
Whoa.
We've got something with fishbones, the most
Hey.
atrocious AI fishbones, but turn a webcam on. Ta-da!
Hey,
There's my face.
get your face in.
Capture.
That's incredible. I love it.
The downloads aren't working yet though, because something to the download library is shifting all the face around, so gotta work on that.
That's the next step. Excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Keep up the good work.
We're live.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Tom has been slaving away figuring out AI. Tom, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling distraught is the wrong word. Broken doesn't quite cover it. How about eroded is a good.
You've been through a process, and for those of you who are audio only, I don't know why I just pointed at my ears because you obviously can't see that. That's hilarious. We did film a load of catch-ups with Tom. I checked in with him. If you want to see those, and I'm sure you'd love to see them, you can see Tom slowly losing his marbles a little bit, trying to understand the world of AI. Head over to our YouTube channel where you can listen to this podcast with the video inserted in there for the catch-ups. Yeah, if you're audio only, we've just jumped straight to it. So we'll do a little recap. Tom's going to explain about his process. So, Tom, what was your process? How did you get on?
My process was, first of all, sign up some cool AI tools. So I guess I should get the lay of the land here by telling everyone what I used. So my fallback Swiss Army knife AI tool was, of course, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
A great all-rounder. I then went for development, specifically for writing code. I went with Cursor, which is an IDE, a development environment, a programming tool, but enhanced with AI, so it can sort of predict and enhance and auto-complete bits for you. So that was cool. And then for image generation, I went with Adobe Firefly. So I know ChatGPT, is it DALL-E? They have a image generation tool of it, but I thought, let's try something new, let's do something exciting, because everyone uses that. And also Midjourney was the other big AI image generation thing, but I had to use Discourse or something, or I can't quite remember. Basically, I went with Adobe Firefly because it looked really easy to use, and given the time constraints, I thought any saving for my sanity would be good. So that was the lay of the land. And what was my process? My process was start off by scaffolding some sort of rudimentary web pages, and then from there went over to image generation, because I figured that would shape a lot of how I tackled this. Mm-hmm. So is now a good time for us to talk about Adobe Firefly?
Yeah, let's jump straight into Adobe Firefly. I think for the majority of people listening to this podcast, image generation is probably quite an exciting thing to be able to do with AI. Let's jump straight into that. Tell me all about how that worked.
It worked well, to be fair. So I should preface all of this. This is all my opinions. I have had such a limited exposure to all the angles of AI that I can't honestly speak for. Obviously, I can't speak for the whole of AI, but I feel like even the bits I did that was really cool and intense, it's still only a fraction of what's available out there. So the things I'm about to say I got right or wrong, or I didn't understand, probably out there on the internet, all of you guys have experienced different parts of this. So there probably are solutions to all the problems I face. Don't let me put you off AI. But
And I think as well, like if we say anything that's wrong or you disagree, if there's a way for you to comment and let us know.
slate us. Yeah, ruin us in the comments, please. Tell us how wrong and stupid we are. We need to know.
Give us a roast. We are not the spokespeople for AI. We are just merely mortals using it.
Yeah, barely using it. But still like and subscribe. Even if you want to tell us we're wrong, still please do like and subscribe. So Adobe Firefly, I thought it was really cool. It was really easy to use because it's web-based. It's just a web UI to request what you want. You type in prompts, press go. You choose some styles. You can kind of choose between like watercolor style or cartoon style and so on and so forth, or photorealistic. And that was really cool. And you can also upload like inspiration. You can upload an image to kind of influence Firefly telling you what you want, or rather telling Firefly what you want. And that was really cool. I really enjoyed using it, and it was cool. It was brilliant at generating images on the happy path. So like, because this was a cat generator, whilst I was generating images of cats, amazing. It did best photo, anything I want. As soon as I started getting niche and like going into like weird corners, like because it's an avatar generator thingy, I needed like cat heads on a white background, then I need some cat arms on a white background, and so on and so forth. And that's when it started falling over. Maybe this is something to do with the training data. Maybe there are obviously billions of photos of cats on the internet. There's probably not billions of cat disembodied arms on the internet on white background. So it struggled there. I had to get creative. Drawing a cat body. I didn't draw a cat body. I didn't ask AI to create a cat body. What I asked for was a furry egg.
I love that.
Which kind of made me the kind of the furry body. So everyone should go to the website and try it out for yourself. Persona Maker, that's PURR, like a cat's purr, personamaker.com. And you'll see straight away when you look at the bodies, they're all furry eggs in varying proportions and colors. So that was a cool hack. And then I kind of went down this avenue of like, AI doesn't know the Adobe Firefly didn't know what I wanted, but I kind of had to trick it into knowing what it did have. Like obviously there's thousands of pictures of eggs, so it knew that, and it knew what furry is, so that was cool. Then I got into doing like the legs. The legs were really tricky. I kind of went for like, asked Firefly to generate me a chicken drumstick, again covered in fur, because I thought that kind of looks like a cat chicken drumstick is kind of a leg almost. So that was kind of cool, but that didn't really work very well because they were kind of looks a bit like KFC almost. They were kind of deep fried and crunchy. And there was one horrifying image of just a cat as the whole drumstick. It was like a one-legged cat thing. So Firefly was great. I think the problem was with me specifying what I wanted. At one point, I used ChatGPT to write prompts for Adobe Firefly, and that worked better. Because that AI writing prompts for other AI. It was cool, though. I do rate Adobe Firefly. I don't know if I would use it for anything hyper-focused. If you're a bit more relaxed about what you want, if you say, I want an image roughly of X, Y, Z, and you're flexible in what it gives you, so cool, super easy, choose your style. For me, because I was hyper focused and hyper specific in what I needed, and I couldn't tolerate anything other than exactly that, it fell over a bit, and it generates some real nightmare fuel in places like trying to generate cat paws. I got some really messed up images.
So would you say that's because it must be a way that it's been trained, or the model that sits underneath it? Like, there's probably no model of just cat parts, right?
This is it, the training data. I would imagine that there's no training data for cat avatar but out there on the internet. But obviously that's why it can do faces really well, because there's so many photos of human faces. It knows exactly like 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and roughly on a circle of so that's why it works well. But I think the more niche you get, the less AI is going to help you.
Yeah. So I mean, from looking what you got, and if that's kind of almost the starting point, that stuff's only going to get better at understanding what you genuinely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think at the moment it obviously doesn't understand what a cat body is. Otherwise it would have just made it. But I think there's good workarounds there in terms of saying, oh yeah, we'll just do a furry egg, because that's very similar. And I'm sure if someone just presented me a cat like body, like a cartoon cat body, I probably wouldn't have a clue what it is. I probably would say something like it looks like a furry egg, or like a soft toy, or something like a cuddly ball.
That's a really good point. Yeah, you're right. The AI, almost, I was like me writing the prompts was the problem, not the AI.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. We got learning number one. Don't let Tom write your prompts.
No. In fact, get ChatGPT to write your prompts for image generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, that's a
so that was
good
cool.
point. That's a good point. Expand on that for me. Using ChatGPT to get your prompts right.
So I would say for me, ChatGPT in this project turned out to be the Swiss Army knife. It was always able to do something helpful. I was using it primarily for text, right, asking it questions, writing things out. I used it a lot for brainstorming, just saying like, I think I want to do this. I roughly want to do it this way. What's the easiest way? What's the quickest way? Have you got any
Mhm.
examples? And it was great. It's almost like a better search engine. I feel like Google now is kind of getting a bit polluted with lots of SEO crap and lots of adverts and lots of like people gaming the SEO ladder to just it's not as useful for me anymore as it used to be 10 years ago. Whereas AI, if I ask to get a hyper focused question,
Mhm.
it doesn't return any ads in its results.
Yeah, and that's quite interesting. So it's interesting you said that about Google. This is probably a bit of a massive tangent, but I mean, I've noticed it now. If I ask a question in Google, the first thing I get is an answer. It's using AI now in the kind of search results. The trust still isn't there for me. I still want to go and see the URLs myself, but I wonder if that's
This is
them trying to counter the, like you say, like the SEO shit and just giving you the information directly.
I think so. I think that's part of it. But same as you, I don't really trust it. I want to see where it
Hmm.
scraped it from because I'm sure half the time it's taken out of context. And I think I'm getting more and more picky with my Googling.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, to be fair, great. This is a plug for another AI we didn't use in this project, but perplexity.io or perplexity.ai. Can't remember. Google it or perplexity it. That was a really cool cross hybrid between a search engine and ChatGPT ish. And I think it's pretty cool for search. I would say I use that I use Google a third of the time, DuckDuckGo a third of the time, and Perplexity a third of the time.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
So, side plug.
Yeah, so I like a good side plug. Excellent. So ChatGPT was great at just an all-rounder AI tool. How was Cursor?
So it was good. So in again, I think a massive caveat here is I don't think I was using it to its full potential. With all of these AI tools, there's a bit of a tendency that people think, oh, AI, it will just work out the box for me. I don't think that's the case. I think they are new, powerful tools, but you've still got to learn how to use them, and they're not a club. They're quite a complicated machine gun. Once you learn how to use a machine gun, you can do so much with it, but it's not as simple as just picking up a club and swinging it around. You really got to know the tool. So, um, for example, one of the things with ChatGPT is I sometimes find it waffles. So I'll put "be concise" at the end of my ChatGPT prompt,
Yeah.
and instantly I get way more focused and less waffly answers, which I find useful. But so for Cursor, I thought that in the beginning, I don't think it was. I was a bit like, oh, it just seems like an intelligent autocomplete for me.
Yeah.
It was, but I think the more it learned and the more I wrote and the more I was
Mhm.
kind of like relying because you can kind of pause for a second and let it predict what you think it thinks you're going to write, and you can kind of go with that. And a couple of times it nailed it
Mhm.
perfectly. I think it struggled with the direction I was going in, and that's not a complaint of Cursor, I don't think, because obviously it can't know what's in my head. It doesn't know like that I'm 3 or 4 moves ahead, going like, okay, well when we get the cat image body parts in here, I need to do this. So it can't. It's almost unfair for it to have to account for that.
Yeah.
But the bit where it knew all the facts and the bits where it knew where I was going, it did a very good job. So I would consider using it again. Um, but I've since learned that there are different ways to configure it. You can do different models and different predictions, and also I think it behaves differently for different languages. So Cursor was cool. If slash when I have some time, I'm going to learn more about it. I think it could be a
Yeah.
winner, but it ain't it's not a silver bullet. You've got to invest some time in tweaking it and learning it for your
And
workflow.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, and that's an experience we've had with a project at Freesided Cube that we're working on at the moment. I won't say the name because I don't know if I'm allowed to or not, so I'll just keep it generic.
Censor.
Yeah. But we are using it for a project, and the team that are using it, I had a little look through the code base the other day. They've got a special like AI folder where they're chucking in essentially like a load of context for the AI. So
That's exactly what it needs. Yeah, AI is without context. Your AI is not very good.
yeah, and it's every time they ask it a question, they reference that context is the first thing it reads. So it says things in there like like that thing like be concise. Like you don't have to keep telling it to be concise. It knows to be concise because that's like kind of the head of the prompt, if you will, and it says, "Here's a load of other files that you might want to find that are part of the core of the project. Here's where all the documentation is. Here's some. It'd be like important information that you should remember when using the project." And that's kind of like, I guess, how a developer would work. You've got that already pre-programmed in your head, like these bits are important, and this is the context I need to know about the project to be able to work on it effectively. I guess the way you are kind of using it is like if you are asking a new developer to come in without reading any documentation or understanding kind of what the project is. I guess if you were using it, if you're going that step further, you would now have a bit of context to say to give to Cursor and say, hey, this is a project that's a cat generator. Remember this, be concise, blah blah blah. It's these kind of things that you would give it so it remembers for next time.
So yeah, I think we can only blame the AI so much. You're right.
Yeah.
Some of it's not giving it the context and not knowing how it intimately works.
Yeah.
But I would say it's not. I would say it's not not a bad tool by any means.
Mhm.
I would like to use it more and figure out how to use it well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I rate it. I think it was okay. Like in places, I had to fall back to ChatGPT to write code for me because I'd say, I want to do this. Can you bash out some lines of X, Y, Z to do this? And it would do it quite nicely sometimes. But between ChatGPT and Cursor, and assuming I'd given a good context, I think it programmed about 80% of what I did. The rest of it was me kind of gluing code together.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very good point as well. So your glue code. Talk to me about your glue code.
ChatGPT went off in a few directions in the beginning when I was trying to scaffold things and see which libraries it recommended and so on and so forth. Interesting point here. A lot of the stuff it recommended, sometimes, well, not a lot, let me start again. A lot of the time, stuff it recommended was jQuery examples, which obviously jQuery is a bit outdated and old school. I've got no problem with jQuery. It still powers a lot of the internet.
You love
jQuery. But I think it's a functional tool.
Yeah.
It does a job. Obviously, you wouldn't build like a fully, like a single page app in it. That's crazy. But you need to sprinkle in a little bit of magic here and there.
I'm already hearing the comments now.
I'll be fired come Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's interesting is this goes to another point. Is I was a little bit surprised it was recommending jQuery, but actually, when you think about it, I guess a lot of the machine learning data on the internet, the comments, the tutorials, they were solid jQuery for like 10 years or something.
Yeah.
So if AIs have been programmed based on what's on the internet, there's got to be way more jQuery tutorials on there than React or Vue or Alpine or something more modern. So I think that is a bit of the victim of AI. Is it given free reign, it will just go to what is most popular, and that isn't always best. But for the sake of the experiment, I rolled with it because I know jQuery quite well and it seems simple. And also there's some really cool, it recommended, this was ChatGPT, it recommended quite a lot of jQuery plugins for functionality, which again, can't blame it. I asked the AI how to do it. I didn't give it the context of it needs to be in this technology or that technology. Like, it found a way.
Yeah.
Admittedly, the way was a little bit old school, but fair play to the AI, it still worked. And so it found me some cool jQuery libraries. I did have to vet a few of them. Some of them were a bit old and unmaintained, and some of them didn't do it. So, but on the whole, it was pretty good. So drop those into the code base and then get programming. And for anyone who, I'm sure we'll publish the repository, but for anyone who wants to go look at the code it generated, that's a mixture of probably 80%, probably 50% Cursor, 30% ChatGPT, and 20% me. So if it looks a bit odd or a bit higgledy-piggledy, fine. It's kind of got 3 developers working in one place. But yeah, and the end result is it worked. Admittedly, the UI is a little bit crunchy. It might need some Fed love from UK to come in and tidy up.
And I think you kind of hit the nail on the head as to why we as developers we're still here and we're still needed, if that makes sense. I think on a personal note, and I probably think other developers think this as well. Maybe there's a worry that they're going to get replaced by AI and
take our jobs,
and maybe even agencies and things like that. And there's still the need for being able to know where to put the code, how to use it, make sure it's doing the right thing, ensure it's not going to do something stupid. and make the right decisions. Like, it's only as good, like you say, it's only as good as the data it's been fed. And if that data is incorrect or it hallucinates or something like that, you need someone still safeguarding that, right? And you still need the correct decisions needed for the end user at the end of the day to give them that good experience.
100%. Yeah, it's a bit of a paradox because
Hmm.
AI is supposed to open things up to the masses and get everyone being productive, and on the happy path it does that. But in order to give it a really good context, and in order to double check what it does, and in order to make sure you're not about to shoot yourself in the foot for later on, you kind of need to be at least quite competent or kind of an expert in the thing you're asking it to do. So I felt like it was a bit of a is catch 22 the right term, but kind of it's a time saver, but it's only a time saver for people who could already do it.
It's another tool, isn't it? And that's what you got to remember.
Yeah,
It's still a tool, but you still kind of need to know the core elements of software development at the end of the day.
exactly. Yeah, using AI alone, I could not do a heart transplant. I wouldn't, even if it gave me perfect step-by-step instructions, I just wouldn't be able to do a heart transplant. But if I was probably, and I'm making this up now, but if I was like maybe someone with some degree of medical knowledge, like maybe like a nurse in an emergency who already knows like the basics of like here's how to do a vein and here's how to not kill someone, maybe a nurse
Yeah, yeah.
with AI could actually do like an emergency sort of surgery because they have that baseline of knowledge. So that was a bit of a weird analogy, but you see where I'm coming from. I think that AI is helpful
Hmm.
for people who kind of could already almost do it.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what I reckon, Tom, give me. I want a couple of highlights from your whole experience.
Okay.
What are the good bits?
The good bits were there was a couple of moments where the cursor IDE just did some brilliant stuff. It knew what I was doing. It was kind of maybe more the repetitive things, but I was typing something and it kind of pre-guessed it. It took a second to spin and then press enter and bang,
Hmm.
wrote some code for me, and that was really cool. A couple of times it was like, wow. I think I witnessed a few moments of pure brilliance from it.
Yeah,
So that was cool. That was a highlight. When it did click, it was amazing.
yeah.
Another highlight was the egg moment, me asking it the AI image generation, Adobe Firefly, to build things, but then me asking almost what I wanted to see rather than what I wanted. So, like for tails, I think I was asking for like furry string or something, and
Mhm.
again, I didn't want that, but that was kind of quite a cool highlight. Is really I could kind of prompt hack the image generation into getting what I want. So that was highlight number two, and then for highlight number three, just seeing it all come together at the end. Like there was a certain point where it wasn't working, as in I was developing with AI as I go
Mhm.
and refreshing my browser, seeing how it works still, and it was all quite broken for a long time. But then there became a point where it kind of started working, and it was actually I was able to do stuff. That was a real highlight as well because it was kind of like watching your creation come to life by its own hands. That
Yeah,
that was neat.
yeah. And I think that for any developer is really nice at the end of the day, or any kind of team. You see something coming together, and you're like, "Wow, that's amazing." And I think the fact that AI has helped you do that is even more cool in a way, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good distinction though. It helped it
Mhm.
because originally this was supposed to be built by AI.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it was helped significantly by AI, but ultimately you needed a human with a brain saying, "This is the direction. This is
Mhm.
where I want to go. This is the overall goal." I then broke it down to steps mentally, and then got the AI to help me with each of those steps.
It'd be interesting to know if we gave it the context at the start, saying we're building a website that's going to be purely made by AI. If the AI felt pressure, I started to panic.
Yeah, would it do a better job if we told it this will be viewed by the internet? Everyone's going to
Yeah,
critique it. Would it have done a better job? Maybe.
millions of people are going to try this, so you better do a good job.
Oh man.
Uh,
So I guess should we cover the if we did the highlights,
yeah,
should we cover the low bits as
yeah.
well?
Give me the shit.
the the down moments were
Yeah.
at one point nothing was working,
Hmm.
and I had to. It felt like I had done well. AI had done a lot, but at one point it was just severely broken and nothing worked.
Hmm.
Things were kind of 90% done in isolation, but there was a point where I was just like crumbling, going, "This isn't going to work. I can't start to stitch together." If you watch the videos, you'll see me get progressively worse throughout the day, but then kind of peak towards the end a little bit. But I think by then the damage was already done. I was kind of quite tired, but that was tough because I had to basically say, "Stop AI. I've got to come in now and rescue this and get it back into a state where I know what you're trying to do in all these departments, but can I just get you back on track?" And then it carried on a lot better. So that was a low point, is realizing it didn't really. It was great in isolation, but as a unit, it wasn't cohesive. Poo poo number two is is the image generation stuff. I know I talked about how hacking it to do eggs, furry eggs, is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's also simultaneously a bit of a low point because I was really frustrated that I felt like I was using good English in a concise way, being quite descriptive in what I wanted, and it still couldn't do what I wanted. That was frustrating because I was like, this whole thing is image based because obviously it's pick your avatar, choose your cat, and yet I couldn't get it to do that. So that was frustrating. That was a low point. I was like, oh man, am I crap at writing prompts? Is the technology not there yet? Probably a bit of both.
And I think as well, it's a learning experience, and you'll only get better at writing prompts, right? You'll only ever kind of improve the way you do it, and then the tech's also going to get better as well. So I mean, yeah, it's good knowing where the limits are, I think, so then you know where to jump in and make changes.
100%. I know there's a bit of a meme on the internet that people are like kind of taking the mick out of each other by being prompt engineers. I'll do that in air quotes for anyone on audio only. I'm doing prompt engineer in air quotes. And I think that is a bit dystopian, like big tech, like we're all going to lose our jobs, but we'll just all end up being prompt engineers. Like, fine, that's a cool, fun meme. But there's actually something to that, in as much as writing good prompts or engineering good prompts really is an art and a skill. And going back to the point about AI just being a tool, if your only input really is the prompt, and if you're rubbish at writing prompts, you're going to get rubbish out.
Yeah.
So that's a side point. But I guess the third and final low was the webcam stuff. That just didn't work. I had to munge that by hand. That was just me hammering that into shape. At the end of the day, quite tired in not a very good way, but again, it works. So
I think
that was a low point.
Yeah, I think as well, like, again, AI is great, and it gives you that point. It gives you like so far. I think kind of the dream scenario is that cool. You've got AI helping you, and then it allows you to then focus on the kind of,
the complex bits. There's some bits it can't ever do, but it can free up you for the mundane stuff.
Yeah, those delighters that will be a bit trickier to build, or those kind of break the mold a little bit. It allows you to focus on that without having to do all the stuff is going to take your time.
100%, and I think it does have value there, definitely.
Yeah.
So I guess in summary, we being the AI plus me, we did it. It works. It's out there. The end result is functional, but maybe not as pretty as it could be. I think there's still a human element for design needed. I think if AI can write code that works, I don't think AI can design stuff that looks beautiful.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot, Tom. It looks incredible. You did it. We did it as a team.
Well, true, yeah. I mean, it works. Like, you can use it, and
it's ready to send to the world. In my opinion, it's ready to go, and it's people are going to love it. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be multimillionaires from the.
Should I add some Stripe payments to our cat gen so we can charge $1 per cat image? Right, you're being my hype man. You're bigging me up, Kevin. I like that, because you're right. The end result is actually quite bloody good.
It could be a subscription service now, because cats as a service.
Cats as a Okay, nice.
Yeah, so heard you guys working on something pretty exciting. There's a lot of buzz about it.
Big time.
I don't know if I've met you guys before.
Hi, I'm Kev.
Yeah, I'm James from Creative. So you're coders, I think. Do you code?
Occasionally, yeah. We try and do our best. Well, we are pretty good, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I think so. We've done a good job this time.
Yeah, we've done a very good job, and I think you're going to love what Tom's produced.
Let's see. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So Do you want to send me the link? I think I've got it here. Is this it?
Get AI to
Is this
send
the
it.
cat thing?
That's it. Yeah. Personamaker.com.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Just taking it in.
There's a lot to take in because there's a lot of value and goodness there. I think.
What I'm seeing on your face right now is, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. Don't feel overwhelmed. There is a lot there, but
Sorry, just
He's just blown away by the sheer amazingness of it.
yeah. I'm probably supposed to give you some feedback. I'm just really absorbed in this title.
Yeah, well, there may not be any feedback. Once something's perfect, you don't really need to tweak it anymore. And I think that's the takeaway from this. Really, is that even our best designer just looks at our work and thinks, "Why should I bother carrying on trying?"
Yeah.
Clearly, Kev and Tom have got it sewed down so perfectly. Is that the direction you're going in,
Sorry,
Mazza?
Tim, I'm just looking at his title.
It's a good title.
It's the bit where it goes orange. It's really aesthetically pleasing. I do like that quite a lot. I should probably give you some better feedback than that, though. All right, so yeah, so this is like a first version, right? It's not going out yet. It's not tied to our name, or
It's might
in ways.
It may already be live.
Okay, and no one else has looked at it, or
We've had some traffic.
Had a bit of traffic on it.
All right.
It may already be ranking in Google.
Just gonna message Crystal. See if we can get some quick changes to the site. Yeah. It's really interesting. So in this copy up here, it says it's the ultimate AI built webcam enabled cat avatar generator.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that it is the best in that category. I know it's a competitive one.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked at the other people in that that landscape?
Didn't need to. I think we're so confident in our abilities. Some people say overconfident that we just hit the ground running and smashed it. I think there's probably no changes really required. Is there?
Well, maybe we might have to do a competitor audit just to make sure that what you're claiming there is the ultimate. Just want to make sure that that's credible. So that's one thing. Let's see about responsiveness. Have you guys tried it on mobile?
I mean, most users just still use a laptop, right?
Yeah, it's mobile. Mobile was a fad, wasn't it? Is anyone still doing mobile?
Let's have a look.
I barely touch my phone.
Yeah. Oh, there's one.
I wouldn't look at it on mobile if I was you or just anyone else. So
Okay.
yeah, put a pin in that, but we can come back to that. That's all right. Do you know who the users of this are?
Everyone's going to be using it at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be world famous.
So I assume it's the segment. It's probably those people that haven't found other sites yet that sort of make fun AI images. Maybe because they don't use the internet very much, or is that who you're targeting? That kind of comes across.
People that don't know any better, really. Those could be our users. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think people do know better. Worldwide.
You've got feline dreams. You claim that you're going to bring those to life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think your users' feline dreams are?
Kev, I'm going to lean on you here. Kev's the brain of this operation. I mean, I didn't really do a lot here, to be honest. Probably Kev can answer your questions.
I mean, personally, I would say, you've got a boring cat at home and you just dream that they might be better, and then you can do this in real life. That would be my guess.
Got you. By putting your face onto it.
Yeah, it'd be even better. And then you can become a cat, if that's your wish in life, to be a cat.
Yeah.
We can do that for you.
Right, yeah, I'm going to go through to that bit right now and just have a little look.
Yeah, give it a go.
Oh, so this is an interesting little critter that's just popped up. Is this a rare one? How many hit points do I get with this one?
Catamon. We're doing a Pokemon cat mix-up, mashup. It's all random, so you can get every time you load the page a different cat, or you can customize it, randomize it. I'd recommend putting your face on there big time. That's a cool feature.
Nice. Yeah, that does seem pretty central. Can you get a Blastoise? Is that possible?
We can do a. To be fair, if you hold anything up to your camera, you can put anything on the cat. Really.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You got any Pokemon cards hanging around? Just hold one up, and then you can.
Nice. If I randomize enough, will it eventually?
If you do it quick enough, it'll bring the site down.
You can generate every possible cat known to man.
I think there are 6. There's like a few hundred variations of cats you can get.
Nice. In all seriousness, it is really fun what you guys have done. I do have some actual questions about it. So yeah, you were actually talking about the amount of combinations that you could get for like V2. What about dynamic prompts driven stuff? Because at the moment, I guess you've gone in like with a simplified sort of switching out the different colors and things like that, but generating some stuff on the fly from a prompt, is that something that you'd sort of thought about, or is that massive?
Honestly, no, but I think that's brilliant. I don't know how would we contain the craziness of AI image generation. I want to do it. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I want to do it. So we can prompt. Maybe we could prompt our face into stuff like other animals. We could make, why only cats? We could do dogs and Pokemons and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if did you see the images that we did of like the team that got aged a little bit? Have you seen that?
I have not. Oh my!
Oh, you guys are in it.
Copyright.
Is it just a picture of our faces?
No, honestly, like you guys are some of the best ones in the team actually. But we did it for a little side quest, and it was this little service that we use. So it was just very focused on taking somebody's image and doing different, like almost like Photoshop filters, but like on steroids kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've all got a little bit of you can, with text prompts, you can make it like age a bit more or specify certain things within like what it's doing. I just wonder whether like obviously that's pretty massive, but
modify the image.
What's that?
Modify the image.
Yeah.
That could totally be a
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, obviously that's phases in the future. But yeah, what are your plans for V2?
I kind of feel like potentially a UX audit.
Big time.
Yeah. I feel like from your reaction, maybe we need to have a bit of a UX and design refresh on it to get it usable for everybody. I feel like that's probably step 1. And then step 2 is more AI.
I think so. Yeah, I think we dropped the ball a little bit in terms of making it as user friendly as it could be. There's lots of default UI elements, unstyled things, not massively considered of the user experience. So yeah, I think a fed and design love up session for our website would go a million miles. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, nice. I think some of the things as well are like, it's the. If I was to actually make some serious comments, it would probably be, I don't know. I reckon you could probably make that sort of second bit where I reckon you could land on this just generating the.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
straight away.
Straight in.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of the ones that I've been on like do that, and it's just I don't know. I feel like it's intuitive enough, like what you're doing there, that you could just go cut straight into it. And I wonder whether like making it a bit more, because you've got like these defined areas on the image, whether you could actually kind of like click on those or interact with them a little bit more.
That'd be cool. Like maybe drag and drop them or rotate them a bit or something, or
yeah.
put your arms in the air instead of down by your side. That'd be cool.
Waving.
Yeah. Oh, animation would be neat.
Like maybe copying it, and sort of make it more like immediately shareable. Might be nice.
QR code. You share it with your friends. Check out that.
Yeah, share link. Yeah, that'd be neat.
And the webcam, like it'll be probably nice to sort of have that a bit further up, because that is like the kind of the main thing, I think, is like you're trying to get your face into it. So maybe it's those few things, but those would be my serious points.
I think we should action those.
Other than that, it's just fun.
I love it. I'm here for this.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, we can now confess that this is mainly AI generated, as I'm sure you can tell from the slightly squiffy output. But yeah, this was mainly AI generated. I did a bit of glue code, but I think you're absolutely right. It needs if the AI got the code right, I don't think it got the UI right, and it needs some love to steer that in a better direction.
And how easy is it to change like that code and like actually work with it once the AI's done its thing? Is that not nice code to edit?
I don't know. I don't know if it's as cut and dry as like good or bad or nice or awful or something. But I'd say it can be tricky because it doesn't always know the direction you're going in, or maybe some things aren't standard. But I'm sure Kev would look at it and just have a breakdown and be like, "What is this drivel-its output?" But I'm partially to blame for that because I wrote the prompts, so that's a little bit on me. But I think it can definitely be repaired.
Yeah, and
I guess you could.
Sorry, yeah, I think like code released by AI, code generated by AI. Sorry, it's only as clean as its data it's been given. So if it like a lot of, say for instance, Copilot, it's just ingested the entirety of GitHub. So there's going to be great code,
good and bad.
There's going to be terrible code on GitHub. So it's kind of luck of the draw on what it pulls out, really.
Yeah, fair. I guess you can refactor it with AI again as well quite easily, or does that progressively make it more messy as it goes on?
Well, if you JPEG a JPEG over and over again, it gets like crunchier and crunchier.
Yeah, exactly that effect. Yeah.
I don't know. That's one for Kev. Really, Kev, it'd be interesting for you to do AI v2 on my AI v1 to see does it understand Tailwind? Can you Tailwind my awful front end? I don't know. It's a great question.
And maybe that's the next part. Maybe this is the podcast part 2, maybe a little shorter one where we do some updates using AI to improve how it looks, the UX of it, but just try and use more AI tools around this.
There are some there are more and more AI design tools. There's that Framer one. I don't know if you saw it a while back, where you've got a text prompt and it will generate you a sort of branded website.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's not great. Like like it's pretty wild. Like we tried it out for generate an American Red Cross blood donation app, and it generated this really like avant-garde hipster like kind of maximalist thing, and it was like, oh, okay, cool, we're good for a bit.
Still useful.
Yeah.
But was that prompt related? If you had specified, I need it to be, and I'm not a designer, so awful terminology incoming, but if you had said I need it to be super sleek and modern and minimalist and fit these brand guidelines, would it have been able to do that? Was it a prompting issue, or do you think it's just in its infancy?
It might have been a prompting issue. I don't think we knew what we could expect from like its capability. So I don't know, like obviously using like ChatGPT and like RAG and it being able to look at websites and reference other sources and stuff. I've got a feeling it wasn't doing that. So if I think it would be difficult to get it to reference a specific brand at the moment, but that won't be far away. But yeah, like maybe V2 of this, we can have like revisit that tool and maybe some others and see where we can go with it.
I'm down for that. I'm ready to gift my AI V1 to you guys to make it AI pretty V2 is my gift to you.
What a lovely present.
What a lovely ball of spaghetti.
Well, thank you very much, James, for coming in and roasting Persona Maker. It's great to get that feedback, and I think we'll action it. I reckon if you're not subscribed to this podcast, come and subscribe straight away, and then you can find out if we ever get around to this, and you'll be the first people to come and see it. And it's live already. Have a play. Go use it. Tom, what's the URL one more time?
Personamaker.com. That's persona PURR. It's a cat pun, of course. Yeah. Personamaker.com. Get in there, make some cat faces, pictures of yourself, share them, like them, print them out, post them to someone you don't know. Persona Maker.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.